Hi, I'm Doug Reynolds. I'm a realtor with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate in the Sacramento, California area. And I do a monthly video update talking about the market in the Sacramento area. And this is your video update for the end of March and the beginning of April. So first off, let's talk about the statistics. They came out for the area for February. And still kind of seeing the typical winter slowdown in the statistics. The sales that closed in February were generated near the end of December and during January, so a little bit less buyers during then. So the amount of closed sales, they dropped just a little bit, about 3%. Not a huge drop, but they did trickle down just a little bit. The median sales price stayed almost relatively flat, dropped less than 1%. It dropped from $170,000 to $169,000. So currently the median sales price is $169,000 in Sacramento. And the inventory, it actually stayed flat at 4 months of inventory. And so, we're looking good in terms of inventory is not getting real high. It's good that it's going to stay around there, hopefully, for our market's sake, just to keep a good balance. So, for the next couple of months, I'd expect to still see a little bit of a softening in that median price, just kind of trickling down as it did this last month, just because the sales that are going to be closing in the next month or two, those came from the winter months still. So. Then after that, once we get into spring and summer, I'd expect the volume of sales to kind of go back up a little bit, and then our median price should just pretty much stay flat, maybe trickle around a little bit, go up 1 month, down a little bit, but I think the sales will kind of go up a little bit here in the next coming months, and the median should stay kind of flat. So that's it for what just happened. Now, looking ahead, there's a couple of things. If you haven't heard in the news yet, next month in April, the cost of an FHA loan is going to go up slightly. They're raising one of their costs for the loan, and it's going to have a little bit of an impact on the buyers. It's going to take away a little bit of buying power, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in the market. It's almost the same as an interest rate kind of ticking up maybe a quarter of a point or so. So that's going to be a key thing to watch coming up, of how that affects the market in terms of the buyers. For FHA loans, they're going to lose a little bit of power because their cost is going to go up a little bit. They're getting charged a little bit more. So the next key thing I already talked about is interest rates. That's, to me, this year, that is the wild card. We saw it already at the very beginning of this year. Interest rates shot up, and right away buyers just got really aggressive with their pricing, and we saw it in the previous month. Our median sales price dropped. So if interest rates can stay where they're at, I think it's a lot safer to assume we're going to be just at a flat median sales price, and our sales will continue to move along as well. If rates shoot up, I think we'll definitely see another little drop in the median price, and potentially maybe the amount of sales maybe go down a little bit, and maybe the inventory go up a little bit. That would have to be a dramatic increase, though, is what I'm talking about. I'm talking, at least 0.5%, more like 3/4 to a full percent. So, we're around 5.25 these days, 5.5. So I'm talking, it'd have to get up into the 6s to have that dramatic of an impact. But it's possible to happen, so I think it's a wild card. I think it's something to watch out for. Looking ahead, short sales, they're doing great right now in terms of the banks are getting faster and faster. Their processes are getting smoother. They've got more people available to work on them. They're getting approved more. They're getting pushed through. Short sales are getting better and better and better. They're going to continue to do that throughout this year. Buyers are definitely a lot less hesitant to look at short sales compared to years past, just because the numbers are getting better for the amount of short sales that are getting approved and getting done. There's still a lot of work, you still got to wait. Some short sales, they're getting approved within 30 days. Some others are still taking, those 3 months to get it done. So it depends on the bank. It depends on if there's an investor on the loan. There's a lot of things. Moving forward, also for any sellers that are going to be putting their house on the market, right now I'm seeing if If you price your property right, you price it aggressively, you know where those comps are, and you go at the bottom end of that range, you get the house showing very well, and you put it on the market at a great price, it's going to get sold. You're going to move it. There's at least buyers out there to do that. They know when it's priced right, they know when it's a good house, and they'll write an offer right away. But the buyers out there are very educated, so if you're starting on the high end of those prices, you're going to be sitting around. You're going to be accumulating days on the market, and it's going to be sitting there. And people are going to be wondering why, what's wrong with this house? Why isn't it sold yet? Well, the market is going to have a nasty effect on you. If you're priced too high, you're going to be sitting there for a long time. And then when you do bring that price down, you've already accumulated a large amount of days on the market. It's going to have an effect. You're eventually going to sell that house for less than what you could have sold it for if you just price it right from the beginning. So that's my tip for sellers for this month is price it right from the beginning in this market right now. There's no point in messing around with starting high. You're not going to get it sold. You need to price it right, and it will get sold right now. So that's about it for the month. I've got a number of online ways you could connect with me. I'm on Facebook, and you can go to my website. It's www.buywithdoug.com. Got a link to my Facebook page. You can check out my YouTube page, look at all the prior months. I've got years worth of back updates on the market. And my blog, I update 4 to 5 times a week with a lot of really relevant information on there. So you can find all that information on my website, buywithdoug.com. So just reminding you, don't forget to get those taxes done before the middle of April there. And I hope everyone has a great month as we start transitioning into spring and clear skies.